everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Tammy of Sewn by Tammy. I wanted to show you a collection of patterns that I picked up quite a few months ago and never actually opened them up. They're primarily vintage Vogue designer sewing patterns. So we're going to start off with this stack right here of patterns. The first one, Vogue 2903. It's not a designer pattern. I'll try to put up a picture of these patterns so it's better for you guys to see. But this is Vogue 2903. It is a vintage inspired or vintage original design pattern from 1957. I'm going to try to put in a picture of the front and back so you can see the line drawings. But this is the silhouette, pattern 1. The next pattern I have is this Vogue basic design. It is Vogue 1172. It's from 1993. This specific pattern is from 1993, and this is the back drawing. Maybe you guys can see it, so I probably don't need to put in the actual picture. But this is Vogue 1172. Now we're going to get into the designer patterns, actual vintage designer patterns. This is a Vogue Paris original by Emmanuel Ungaro. Wait, yes. Vogue Paris original by Emmanuel Ungaro. This is Vogue 1721. This is a size 12. This is the line drawing there. Vogue 1672, and it's by Belleville, Sassoon. I love this. I particularly like the short version, but I do love this longer version for if there was an event that I had to go to. This is in a smaller size, and it does say advanced, so I would definitely have to take my time with this. In making any of these patterns, I do want to make sure that I'm taking my time and making them as best as possible with the best materials. So I love this dress. The next one we have is Vogue 2931, which is also a Belleville Sassoon sewing pattern. This is in size 12 to 16, so I should be good. Shouldn't need any grading. I absolutely love this dress. Where I would wear it, I don't know, but I love it. This also says advanced, so this would take quite some time for me to make. The next one we have is a Vogue designer original pattern. It's Vogue 1853, also a Belle Sassoon sewing pattern. I absolutely love this pattern. But this is a line drawing. This is a size 12. Then you could see some of the fabric requirements there. The next one we have is vintage Vogue designer pattern 1554. It's another Belleville Sassoon. This would be a nice summer dress. The shorter version. The longer version, maybe yes, but I would probably be making the shorter version. The next one I have is, this is from 2005. This is still the same designer, Belle Sassoon. But I love this pattern. It's giving Carrie Bradshaw, and it says to work with chiffon and georgette. I'm terrified of these fabrics, but I know that if made up, this would be gorgeous. If it was like a printed georgette or printed chiffon. You can see the back of the pattern. Another pattern that I picked up is a Vogue Attitude Tom and Linda Platt pattern. It is Vogue 2568. I definitely want to make this pattern because it reminds me of, I think, a pattern by Sewing Mason. I'm not sure, but this is the exact same style pattern. I'm not sure if I purchased that pattern, and I think based on the line drawing, this doesn't have a top and bottom. This is just um, one piece for like pieces for the front and the back. There's no cut in the middle there, and I think theirs is a top attached to a bottom, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I'm gonna be making this one up. It says easy, so this is looking like the most doable one um, in the near future. This says it's for a wool jersey, but if I did stop into a fabric store, I would recommend you bring these vintage sewing patterns with you, just so that you can test the stretch of the fabric for the fabric stretch requirements. The next one I have is a Nippon Boutique. It's a Vogue American designer pattern, Vogue 2672. 2672. I love this pattern. Love this pattern. It says that it's an average, so another pattern that I think that I would be able to complete fairly simply or quickly. Um, I thought that these were ribbons, but as it turns out, I think that it's just the actual fabric, because the notion doesn't say anything about ribbons. These are the line drawings. It says it's average, so you guys can see that. The next one I have is, it's Vogue 2840. This is in a size large, so I'll definitely have to size down for this, because I find that a lot of these patterns that were, well, based on the ones that I've made up, if they're in this shape, they have a good amount of room in them. Large would be too big. I feel like a small would be perfect, because if I'm wearing it with a belt, it would just cinch it in, or a medium, but the large might be too big. This is a line drawing here. There you have those. And I think you can see the requirements and notions. Next, we have a Jeffrey Bean Vogue designer pattern. It is Vogue 1890. Um, it looks great on the front. However, these line drawings, they don't look very appealing to me. I like these pockets that they have. Look, I think they're very deep pockets. Well, it looks like it. But this is by Jeffrey Bean. I actually love most of their patterns. Vogue 1471. This is one of my favorite patterns by Belleville Sassoon again. This short one is, I love it. No idea where I would wear this, but I love this pattern. I would definitely think about making this up in the shorter version. The longer version would be definitely great for if you had a gala. And this is the back of the pattern to see the line drawing. I believe that this is a has boning as well. Yeah, this has boning. The next one is a newer Belleville Sassoon pattern. This is from 2007. I absolutely love the patterns in the back here. This one. Because then maybe you can play with color placement. You don't have to specifically use the same color fabric or place there. So I love this. Another Belleville Sassoon pattern. This is Vogue 2277. I love this. This is very, I think this is definitely the 80s, right? This is 1989. 1989. Yeah. This is, I want to say it's my least favorite. I don't know. But the line drawings look so good. They're giving me can type vibes based on the line drawing. Based on the line drawing. But I still love it. It doesn't say what difficulty it is. I'm going to assume that this is a very difficult pattern, because there's so much detail in this pattern that it has to be. Next one is one of my favorite designers, vintage Vogue designer patterns to collect. This is from 1996. This is a Donna Karan pattern. This goes up to a size 12, so I'd have to I definitely have to grade this up. And it looks like it would be a nightmare to grade because even though it says average, look at the line drawing. There are so many pieces to this pattern that grading it would probably be a nightmare for me. So I'm not, if it was my size, I'd probably make this up very quickly and probably play with color blocking as well. The next one I have is a Vogue 2798 Tom and Linda flat pattern. I specifically love this one, but I still also love this version, but I would just do it in a shorter length if I was supposed to make this one. But I do love this in this red color. Like I said, I'm terrified of chiffon and georgette, and that's what they're calling for in this pattern. These are the line drawings. This is from 2003. It's from 2003. But I do love this. I'm not, and it's an advanced pattern. We're gonna put this down. This is not gonna happen anytime soon. Advanced, no. The next one says that it's average. Vogue 2964, Tom and Linda Platt. I don't think this is average. I don't think this is average. However, that just could be like my fear of multiple pieces of a pattern. This is Vogue 2964. If I didn't say it, it says it's an average pattern. And just look at that. Just look at that. I think I'm going to actually be making this pattern for an event that I actually have coming up. Well, it's next year, so I have time to do it. This says you could use peau de soie. I don't know what that is. Crepe back satin. I have that. Shantung. I don't know about Shandong in this particular pattern. If I'm thinking about Shandong, as I know that I have worked with, I don't know that I'd do Shandong with this, but a crepe back satin would be gorgeous. And I actually love this teal color. This teal. I love this teal color that they used for the pattern as well. I don't know if you could still find this. It's from 2007, so I'm assuming you could probably find it on eBay or something like that. But I don't think it's on the Vogue website or the Simplicity website. The next two I have are wedding dress patterns. I intend to make them not as wedding dress patterns, but just as dresses because I just like the silhouette. This is a Vera Wang bridal collection pattern. It's Vogue 1583. And this is the pattern. I love the short version of this pattern. And in the back, it says that it's an average pattern. I believe this could be average. It still is or would take a lot of time and dedication, but I still love this pattern. The difficulty for me would be to find mesh or netting, right? Yeah, illusion stretch mesh that would match my skin tone, although I actually do think I have some in my collection already. So if I do decide to make this, this would be really good, but it would have to be in a brown. Yes. The next one I don't have any intention of making this whatsoever. But it's pretty to look at. It is a Victor Costa Vogue Bridal original. It's from 1993. It's Vogue 1060. This is gorgeous. It's definitely advanced, which means I'm not making it anytime soon. I don't mean to say that any advanced patterns that I show you guys I'm never gonna make, but like I know my limits right now. I am not delusional. I know my limits to know what I can and cannot make. This would probably take me months to do, and then therefore I would have time to sew nothing else. So right now this is not getting done. I could probably do it while doing other projects, but right now this is not getting done. Let me tuck this in so you can see the line drawings. It does say advanced. Yeah, and it is definitely advanced. Although I do like the line drawings, it looks very 80s to me, but it was a 90s pattern. It looks very 80s to me. But I love the sleeve. I just saw these. I love those puff sleeves. So maybe I could use the sleeve on another dress that's more simple. And the very last pattern that I have is my absolute favorite. I already have this pattern, so I was shocked to find it in this lot. Um, and originally had I had traced this pattern. I traced out majority of this pattern. It was absolute hell to trace it because the pieces are not, they're not simple. I traced out majority of it. I think I had one more piece left to trace, and then I just was like, you know what? I'm sorry, this is not gonna happen. Right then, this was in like July. I do intend to still make it because I bought fabric specifically to make it. So what's gonna happen? But this is a YSL pattern. Well, Yves Saint Laurent, Vogue 1016. I was only able to find picture of this as I think an ad from, this is from 1992. This picture is just gorgeous. I intended to make this pattern so much so that I went and purchased everything that was required for this pattern. Everything. Everything. I purchased everything. I meant to make this pattern. It just didn't happen. But I intend to make this. If you want to see it made up on this channel, please let me know. I will gladly try to oblige and film the process of me making it. It says it's advanced. So you see, I'm not completely putting advanced sewing patterns to the side. I am open to doing advanced patterns, but I know my limits. This advanced and this advanced are two different advanced. This is advanced, like extreme sport advanced. This one, I'm not doing it. This one, I feel like I can manage. Based on the instructions that I've seen, that I read through, and I feel like this would be a good like challenge for myself. So I feel like I'm gonna make it. Here's the back. And the version that I would make is version B with the deep V here. That one. But I still also love this brown one as well. I'm also like conflicted as to which color I want to make this in because I don't think this is something that you want to particularly go wild color wise. You need a very simple color like the brown or bronze or the jet black. Gorgeous. So, and it also, the view A comes with the camisole. So that's the difference between these two, I believe, and the length of the sleeve. The sleeve on B is a lot longer, goes straight down to your wrist, and A stops just below your elbow. So yeah, I intend to make this. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. But let me know if you would like to see me sew up any of these patterns in the future, particularly the last one. If you really do want to see that, please just let me know in the comments and I will. It's the reason why I decided to start a YouTube channel because I collect a lot of sewing patterns, and a lot of the ones that I have, I just either can't find reviews on them, or some of them are very difficult, and I think that providing some context of how to get it done, experience with getting it done besides posting on pattern review would be very helpful for other people. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm showing you, and I will see you next time. Bye.